Questo è un bellissimo sistema di costruzione degli atomi con legami di tutti i tipi, SP1, SP2, tetraedri, e si possono imparare i doppi legami saturi, insaturi, policiclici e così via. Questi si staccano così, sono calamite. È inutile dire quanto sia fantastico e utile questo sistema per riconoscere i legami degli atomi. Qui stiamo vedendo un CH4, cioè il metano, e si può andare a cercare delle informazioni con un software gratuito che si connette a internet, e quindi per approfondire il discorso dell'atomo che si sta studiando. Vedremo che il costo è abbastanza contenuto, attorno ai $60-70, e adesso andiamo a vedere nel dettaglio un po' come funziona questa cosa. Allora, qui ci sono 87 atomi, il costo è di $60, quello ce n'è di più. Funzionano tutti con queste connessioni, con collegamenti in... Can you show me what does it work? So I translate and tell it. Ok. Qui vedete appunto ci sono i due collegamenti, doppio legame sull'ossigeno, and you have a lot of altri atomi di idrogeno. Double link, single also. Ok. Ecco, vedete, si collegano rapidamente. Wonderful. And the pyramidal, yes, questo è la forma sp4 dell'atomo di CH4, cioè il metano. Qui abbiamo le molecole di azoto, N2, perfetto, con questo legame sp4, fantastico, bellissimo.
Questa è l'iPad Pro, è nostra.
Questo riconosce addirittura con il software, riconosce la molecola e poi va a vedere le informazioni. Una volta scannerizzata l'immagine,
ha letto male.
trovi una sintesi e ti spiega che questa è la molecola costruita di NH3, la molecola di ammoniaca. Puoi scoprire delle informazioni. E qui andiamo a vedere appunto l'ammoniaca e si chiede di esaminarla nello specifico. Fantastico, lo software è gratuito.
Questo è il formaggio zafferano di Reggiana di quella riga rossa è lo zafferano che sono riuscito a mettere in linea nella siringa in modo tale che mentre esplode viene schiacciato che è zafferano puro. Noi siamo il Future Food Institute. Ci occupiamo di futuro del cibo in tutto il mondo, è un istituto nato a Bologna, adesso si è creato un ecosistema e ci occupiamo di diverse tematiche. Una di queste, quella che abbiamo portato qui, è la stampa 3D del cibo, intesa come, in questo caso, uno strumento propedeutico, di utilizzare la stampante 3D per trasformare le informazioni in cibo, quindi informazioni commestibili, perché alla fine si parla di robotica e utilizzare delle macchine robotiche significa anche trasformare dei dati, dei bit, in atomi, in materia. Ho fatfatto ingegneria edile e architettura tempo fa, poi ho fatto altre cose, man mano sono arrivato alla stampa 3D.
Che è una forma d'arte anche, se vogliamo, non solo di scienza.
Sì, cioè... il bello è proprio quello, la commistione tra arte e scienza è lo studio e l'esplorazione dei materiali. Per 2 mesi gli studenti del Food Innovation Program hanno girato per il mondo, andando ogni settimana in un posto diverso. Lì c'è la mappa con tutti i posti che hanno visto. Ogni settimana Kyoto, Seoul, Shanghai, Singapore, Amsterdam, Boston, New York, San Francisco, e ogni settimana raccoglievano, andavano a incontrare i vari ristoratori, esperienze, food heroes, così li chiamiamo, hanno analizzato quello che erano queste città e ne hanno creato dei grafici. Questo è un semplice grafico a ragnatela, tra virgolette, e per ogni città il radar, esatto, Per ogni città si è formata una specie di... noi abbiamo cominciato a chiamare le city identities. I studenti sono... Da questi dati abbiamo una forma che rappresenta in qualche modo l'identità di una città, la stampiamo in 3D e la facciamo mangiare per dare il tempo alle persone di degustare queste informazioni insieme a noi. Quindi chi si vuole fermare qui mangia una di queste formine, che sono dei vari impasti con formaggio, polvere di rapa, spirulina. Gli ingredienti sono anche collegati a una delle tappe fatte, e quindi per esempio Amsterdam, ora si è spaccato, questi sono di ieri. Amsterdam
che
sarebbe
prodotta lì,
sarebbe questa qui,
sì,
è quella che abbiamo stampato
che
ieri.
è quella che è
sera.
stampata qua.
Sì, sì.
Ecco. Could you tell me in synthesis what are you doing?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, we started a new global movement called DQ Every Child. So we empower every child age 8 to 12 to have what we call digital intelligence. We start with the digital citizenship. So we teach them how to understand, how to detect the digital risk,
Yes.
such as fake news, online grooming, and cyberbullying, and so on.
Yeah.
And we empower them to have a discernment to distinguish and avoid the risk, and also maximize the potential of digital technology.
Yes.
So we developed a framework of digital citizenship that young children must have, including here, digital citizenship, identity, screen time management, cyberbullying management, security management, digital empathy, and critical thinking. It can be translated into the information and media literacy, digital footprint management, and privacy management. So we develop all into online platform and make it into self-learning using gamified approach. And then we also put the research measure behind. So when children complete, we can understand children's digital competency, level of competency, as well as the level of cyber risk exposure. So we tried it in Singapore. We developed this whole program in Singapore. And we actually announced the result in this year Davos World Economic Forum about the effectiveness of our program. So moving the 93 to 106, so 14% increment in DQ,
Yes.
which translates into the reduction in cyber risk about 30 to 40%, an increment of a personal strength such as a global citizenship, empathy, and critical thinking, and so on. So we start the initiative called DQ Every Child, and aim is that inviting the nations to increase their national DQ index by 10%. So our DQ world is free. Any schools, any child can use it from today, from yesterday, and it can be easily incorporated into any public education system. So any teacher uses it.
So the students, when they're working with Finch, build a code and then they can test it immediately. So they begin to understand where they went wrong, what worked well.
Yes.
So currently they've built this code for Finch to move 1 and he moves here. So I can show you.
Yes.
Sorry. It's easier when you have 2 people because you need someone to walk him, but so he's come to 2, and now they've set him to go.
Yes. And you can choose also how much he has to go away.
Absolutely. So it's a simple code-based symbol drag and drop system.
Wonderful.
So my students who are not reading yet are able to build the code. So even before they can read words, they understand the foundation of coding.
Wonderful.
And what I've noticed is that because they have such a strong understanding of what the code does, they are using those skills to build more complex written assignments like books or math assignments. They can dissect problems easily, well, more easily, because
yes.
they understand the concept of figuring out, of stopping and figuring out where was the mistake. So their problem solving skills are improving as well.
This is the depth view, and the reason that this is important is we don't want students who sit behind you. If I raise my hand here, it shouldn't show up as your hand raise. But if you raise your hand, then we're able to detect that separately inside the box. You'll see how yours detects, but mine will not show up as your hand. So that's why we use the depth. But we can also use the depth to say that the students in the front row are more excited than the students that are sitting in the back row. So if your goal was to spend 30% of the class time speaking to students, or
Lo studente, il ragazzo mi dice che riesco anche a riconoscere l'espressione del volto, capire se una persona è triste, arrabbiata e allegra, indipendentemente dal riconoscimento di questi bordi del viso, delle caratteristiche della bocca, del movimento del naso e soprattutto delle sopracciglia.
Tell you something about, yes.
So, what do you do with robots in schools? Most of robots in school are used for teaching robotics programming, which is fine, but can you teach something else? And this is a physical device, so what about teaching physical gestures? Fine. What is the most difficult physical gesture that you learn in your life? It's not skiing, it's not golf, it's writing. I forgot, we spent 3 years writing. And if you have problem and you are 7, and you have problems writing, you have problem in mathematics, you have problem in everything. So we take this kids with problem and say, okay, no, let me close the door maybe.
Hello, I'm Mimi.
And we tell them,
I
no,
want to practice my writing. Can you help me?
the kid has to teach the robot how to write. It's not the robot who teaches, it's the child who teaches. So there is a learning by teaching effect. And you see the motivation. So, of course, robot is a cheap robot. He cannot really write. So we cheat a little bit. He pretends to write on a tablet. So, which kind of word will you give him to write?
you want.
Baby. Is that okay? Can you write baby? So at the beginning we write quite badly.
Let's try the word baby.
So he writes in the air. He gets attracted by you.
I'm moving. I have to tell.
No, it's okay today.
Okay, what do you think?
Okay,
So he has written baby. That's not very good. So now I'm the kid, I'm the teacher. I must improve this. We write.
Okay.
A. E. Not great, but a bit better.
Okay, I'll try it like you.
Now he will interpolate his writing between my writing and his writing. He will go halfway. He will not completely imitate me, but improve a little bit, so that the child has to try again and again and again because he wants now to succeed the test.
Yeah.
This is called the protégé effect. When you
This is a hard word.
when you prepare somebody when you help somebody to prepare a test, you learn a lot.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's not
sure.
much better. Now, I'm sorry to say, but maybe the teacher is not good. A. B. Let's see.
So that's how you write babe.
Mm-hmm. It's getting though.
Is this how you write it?
Yeah, my Y was quite bad, huh?
Uh-huh.
So if I do a mistake, he reflect my mistakes.
Yes,
as a
so you
child,
can learn
actually,
from your mistake. Wonderful.
I'm facing my own mistakes.
That's the best thing.
That's and the story is that the kids who have this problem at 7 years old, quite often they have also attention deficit. So when we work with therapists, the therapists tell us, these kids, they cannot concentrate more than 10 minutes, 50 minutes, because they want now to succeed.
50?
5-0. Yeah, 5-0.
My name is Now. I really like reading short stories. Do you want to listen to them? Sometimes I make mistakes. Can you help me to correct them? If you want to read with me, please bring a book.
So,
once there was a girl, and one day he found an elephant at his door.
no, that's not fine. That's not good. You have to do it again, I think.
Oh, I was wrong. I will try again. Once there was a boy, and one day he found a penguin at his door.
Good. That's good. No.
Yeah.
Questa è forse l'innovazione più stupefacente che ho avuto modo di vedere a Dubai, in quanto si tratta di un avatar che è in grado di discutere con te di un disegno che ha davanti agli occhi. L'avatar, grazie alla telecamerina del computer, riesce a vedere quello che fai, interagisce con la tua voce, naturalmente in inglese, sente quello che dici, interpreta il tuo messaggio e ha una serie di risposte evidentemente preconfezionate ma possibili, in grado quindi di circostanziarle, insomma di introdurle, inserirle all'interno di un discorso coerente e sensato.
And that teacher hasn't been trained about the cultural background that the students have. And so in the US, there's a really big cultural divide between essentially upper middle class white women, which are very commonly teachers. In the US, like 80% of elementary school teachers, and African American students. And so there's a substantial achievement gap where we're seeing African American students doing more poorly than their white counterparts, even when their families are bringing the same amount of money, there's similar levels of parent involvement. Are going to work together to come up with as many ideas as you can about how this imaginary creature might be able to live in this environment. So you want to figure out what sorts of food it eats, how it moves around, where it sleeps, how it protects itself, stuff like that. Okay?
Alex presumably understands the Queen's English as well.
I'm sure she does.
Yeah, we'll see.
Wait, is Alex where I go?
You'll have to ask Alex. So Alex will start talking, you can talk back, and you guys are going to figure out what you think about this creature. Okay? You guys can't talk back. I miss everything else.
You have to be strict.
Just like a dance.
Hi,
Hello.
how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Me too. What's your name?
My name's Ravinda. What's your name?
I'm Alex.
That's
I think we need to figure out how the creature eats and moves around and stuff.
So what do you think?
Well, the spikes on his back look almost like a porcupine, but not as sharp.
Yeah, he kind of looks like a bug.
He looks like a mix of monkeys and deer, and maybe like a frog too.
He doesn't look like he's carnivorous because he's friends and the bunnies are smiling.
The bunnies aren't even running away or anything, so they probably know he can't hurt them.
So do you think he lives with them?
Well, if he were in a group, he'd be even safer from predators.
Good point.
What do you think those spikes are for?
I don't know what the spikes are for.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, maybe it's to hang stuff? I have no idea. Antennas?
Yeah. Maybe he can feel vibrations with his spikes, like whiskers.
This is 8 years old. He knows
Everything Alex says is something we heard real children say.
Oh, wow.